In 2017, before my wife and I went through with her cancer surgery and chemo treatments, we had already planned a trip to Ireland to celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary, and so we were advised to go ahead and take the trip before going into treatment. So we went to Ireland and was just floored by the experience of God's presence in ways we never anticipated. As we traveled around with a rental car going from place to place, we were struck by the beauty of these ancient ruins where once monastic communities had gathered through the Dark Ages to move forward the gospel. We were struck by these ancient pre-Christian holy wells where people still today continue to go and to pray and to seek the healing power of the divine. On the day of our anniversary, we had dinner, and over a bottle of wine, we talked about our life together, and we were reflecting on this sojourn in Ireland and realizing what a beautiful place, truly a place filled with what is often called the thin places. And we thought, what a beautiful gift that there are these places where people can go, like these holy wells, and they can pray and to seek healing. That was one thing that we both longed for at that time, was a place to pray, a place to reflect, a place to seek healing. And we found that in Ireland. And we, over dinner, bemoaned the fact that there are no places like that in the United States. We're such a young nation. But then as we talked, we realized, you know what? That's wrong. We actually do have such holy wells, such places where people used to go looking for healing. One of them is right here, Crockett Springs in Shawsville, Virginia, where I was raised. Crockett Springs United Methodist Church was my home church, and back in those days, the church's water was supplied from this spring. And it was such good water, people from the community would actually bring jugs to gather the water on Sunday mornings to take home to drink. This place began when, according to legend, a Shawnee warrior had been injured in battle, and he crawled and came to this place and discovered that the waters were in fact quite healing. And so when the Scotch-Irish and the English settled here, they heard the stories, and some enterprising people purchased this land and created what was called the Crockett Springs Resort, a place where around the turn of the century people would come from miles away to take in for weeks on end the healing waters. Today we might call it a spa. The water, in fact, from this spring was bottled and shipped all up and down the eastern seaboard because of its beautiful healing properties. As we sat at dinner, we thought, what a crying shame that this place has been totally forgotten. It had been a couple of decades since I had been here myself, and so when we got back, Kim and I came and we found and located the spring once more. And as we went through the months of recovery from surgery and chemo, we would come here and we would collect the water and take it home to drink, and we would just, when we came, just lay here on the ground and spend time in prayer and reflection. I'm not exactly sure why I feel inclined to share this story, other than that it's a key piece in what has stirred in my heart this longing to be a part of creating spiritual communities, much like this place, where people who are broken, who are hurting, can come and seek healing and restoration and wholeness by the power of the Christ. And so I share this with you as a part of my application, as a part of my story.